this.
Welcome to the Short Bus Skyler Show, featuring
Big John. He's 6'8" and twice as wide. Trey, glorious hair and is a regular at the free clinic. And our host, he's the guy your sister warned you about, and your mother wants to come over. The original poster child for birth control, Short Bus Skyler.
Merry Christmas, you special bastards.
That's happy holidays.
Politically. You know, you're just trying to get me started, and we haven't even introduced us yet.
You can't even talk.
No, I can't. Well, welcome back, guys. It's with you, as always, Short Bus Skyler, Dr. Trey,
Hey.
and Little John.
Fuck a bird.
Fuck that bird.
Why would I want to fuck a bird?
Because your penis would fit.
Oh.
I got it.
See, I don't think we need to even go any further with that one.
And I'm sitting there thinking, like, should I start that conversation or no?
I'm like, what kind of birds can you fuck?
I was going to say, well, how big's the bird?
This is how we start a Christmas special.
Is it a peacock?
This is the Christmas special, really?
Yeah, it's Christmas.
Welcome to the Christmas special. Fuck a bird.
Ah,
Bah, fucking humbug.
All right, guys.
Since when it's really Christmas time already, man.
Man, it's fucking crazy. Every year, it gets closer and closer to Christmas.
Did you say Christmas jizz?
Christmas
Jeff.
is...
happens sooner and sooner every year.
Bro, that's what I'm going to call snow now.
It's because these...
Christmas jizz!
It's because these fucking stores, dude, they keep trying to expand, and you know the whole Christmas season is getting longer and longer and longer.
Just because there's a giant market for it. Everybody loves Christmas.
God, everything you guys just said was a dick joke.
I know. I was thinking about that as I was saying it. I was like, Trey's gonna turn this into a dick joke. Dr. Anal
Christmas
on the
jizz.
scene. I'm gonna say that about snow from now on.
I'm an analcologist.
Like it was, you know, I wanted to make a meme that says boycott all and any and all retail stores that make their employees work on Thanksgiving, because fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Black Friday, it needs to happen. That's fine. I'm okay with it. But fucking Thanksgiving is Thanksgiving.
Yeah, like these stores that are open all day Thanksgiving and making people work. That's ridiculous. Like,
Well, it's all for $1, bro.
I understand why they do it, but that doesn't make it right.
And it's because there's plenty of people out there that are dumb enough to go out there.
The craziest thing is how they're now like they don't even care about following the terms. They're like, Black Friday starts at 8 p.m. and you're like, no.
On Thursday.
Yeah, no, that it starts at midnight on Friday. Like Friday starts on Friday.
They started trying to get Black Friday to stop being from like 5 in the morning till noon. Because people were just going nuts and like hurting each other to get $200 off a fucking TV.
Oh yeah.
So that's why they started opening all the doors earlier. Yes,
That's
it
not
is.
why.
Not at
They're
all.
extending the time so more people would come shopping.
I have faith in humanity.
You have too much
I'm a
faith.
fucking liar too.
I've literally been at a Thanksgiving dinner where everyone got up from the table
And then went
said,
to the store.
We have to go Black Friday shopping. It's opening soon.
It's like they don't know what the fuck Cyber Monday is. You can do it at home.
But then you have to wait for it to come in the mail, and you have to trust those people who are delivering your mail. And I don't.
Have you ever been Black Friday shopping early?
Yeah.
Like really early?
Yeah, I think the earliest the store opened at, I think 7 in the morning, and we went out and sat in line. It was at Best Buy at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and there was already a line around the building,
Holy cow.
and it was cold as fuck, and we did not prepare. We were sitting there. By the time the doors opened, we couldn't fucking move because we got so cold that our joints just didn't want to fucking bend. It was that cold.
Dang.
And that was it wasn't the last time that I went, but it's the last time I waited until
I
the
went out
store
one
opened.
time when stores were opening at like 3:30 in the morning. Mm-hmm. And I think we went to like a Radio Shack or something, like 3:30 in the morning, just got a bunch of shit. And then went out for coffee and breakfast, went back home and went to bed.
See, we didn't even buy anything. We were holding the spot for my buddy's parents while they were at a different store. And we had a list to go in there and grab everything and wait for them.
That's an addiction. My strange addiction right there. I'm addicted to Black Friday shopping.
They were shopping like Christmas for like the family, and they wanted to get everything done. And the Black Friday is just the best way to do it, I guess.
You know, I just can't even do it. I remember when Black Friday like became a thing. I remember that. Now think about that. You'll be able to tell your grandkids that I was alive before Black Friday was even a thing.
Why's it gotta be Black Friday?
Put the card back in the deck, white Jesus.
That was pretty impressive there. I like that. You slapped him with the truth. Wow, gotcha.
Son. All right.
Anyway, you got some topics.
I got a couple questions for you guys. We're gonna start this off with what was the worst present you ever got?
Coal.
I got coal when I was in high school.
I remember when my mom canceled Christmas because of my reaction to a present.
What?
That is not a lie. I don't know, I was probably, I think, 19 or 20, and we had Christmas, and I was in a really rough place in my life. I was strapped, and I had asked her if she could just help me out paying off some debts and whatever for Christmas, you know?
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting there expecting not to get presents, that she's going to help me with this stuff. And it's the Christmas morning and she hands me a present and I'm like, oh, what? You know, like she's always talking about how we're strapped for cash and what are you doing?
Stop fucking with that.
Don't mess with that thing.
It's interfering.
I think I figured out one of the problems there.
Yeah, the ground is gnarly.
That's ridiculous.
Why are you spiking me? Don't do it.
Well, finish your story. Let John figure that out.
So I open it. It's a remote control car. And I'm just like...
You're 20?
Yeah. And I'm like, thank you, you know, okay.
Trying to be nice, but you're just like,
but visibly like, what the fuck? And then she's like, what's wrong? What the hell is wrong? And I'm like, I mean, don't really need a remote control car in my life right now. I don't even have time to play with it. I don't, you know. And she just freaks out, and she's just like, well, you know, if you don't like your stuff, then you're not grateful. We don't need to do this. And apparently she had like $200 on a Visa gift card she was going to give me. And because I wasn't grateful enough for the remote control car, Christmas was canceled.
She tested how big of a spoiled brat you were and just like give you a shit present.
Shame.
Fuck this, I don't want this present. Oh, well, here's what you did want, and now you can't have it.
Yep, basically. I didn't say fuck this present. I was just like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I used to pick on my sister pretty bad when we were younger. I'd like get her like a $5 gas card or McDonald's gift card or something, but I would take it and put it in my back pocket, and I would wrap presents and start with a big box, a small box, another box, like 4 or 5 boxes in one, so she had to open up 4 or 5.
Guy.
And then in the last box, I'd give her a clue to where the next present was and start it all over again. Like, it was a long process to get that $5 gift card that wasn't even wrapped in my pocket. It was pretty cool.
You're an asshole.
And my dad once wrapped one of my gifts in zip strips. Yeah.
That was a pain in the ass.
That's my family for you. That's what we do.
I remember my family, we kind of fucked with each other. There was I needed new shoes, and I'm like, well, can you just get me a pair of shoes for Christmas? And they're like, sure. And they bought it, and then they took me to the store so I could pick out what shoes I wanted, but I couldn't have them until Christmas. So I knew what was supposed to be in that box because they even still wrapped it up. And I opened it, and I'm like, okay, cool, I get my new shoes. And I open up the box, and I don't remember what they had put in the box to like give it weight, but there was no fucking shoes in there. And I was pissed. I'm like, no, I waited 3 months for these shoes, and they're not even here. Where are they, Mama? Mama, where are my shoes? Give me my shoes. And she's just laughing. It took an hour and a half for her to tell me that they were in the van, and I had to go outside and get them.
I'd be pissed.
I was really mad.
Did you guys ever, like, open up a present and then rewrap it to try to figure out what it was?
No.
No.
I really didn't care that much. I usually got what I asked for Christmas.
See, I was that guy. I was the guy that, I would ask for all kinds of stuff and never get the stuff that I asked for. But I would get the stuff that my mom and dad thought I wanted. Like, I was very grateful for the stuff. The stuff they gave me was really cool. But I remember one year, I knew it was like the original Nintendo. That's how old I am. Okay, so shut up, stupid.
I didn't say anything.
And I could tell that it was a video game the way it was wrapped because they didn't like wrap it any special way, and you could always tell the shape of it. You know?
Right.
And I mastered the art of unwrapping a present without anybody knowing it was unwrapped. I just take a razor blade, go down the side of the Scotch tape, cut another piece of Scotch tape the same length, just open it up, pull it out, see what it is, put it back, and put another piece of tape over it.
I got a story similar to that. My mom had, and she was pretty lazy about this. Like, she did not try. She she had bought me one of the new Guitar Hero games for Christmas, and she, for whatever reason, she just set it up against the door when she came in the house one day when I wasn't home and forgot to move it. So I come home and I see it sitting there, and she tried to play it off like, oh no, that's not for you, that's for somebody else. It's for I don't remember what friend it was, but it was for another friend's kid. That it wasn't mine. And I'm like, well, it's in my house. So what I did was, because the box, it would like had a cover that would slide out with the guitar and the game in it, and there was like those weird circle tape things that you could pull up and push back down and they'd still be sticky. Well, I just opened it up, took everything out, took a blade around the plastic of the video game. I played that for like 3 months, and then Christmas Day, she was just like, oh yeah, that was yours, by the way. I'm like, well, I already fucking beat it.
Did you admit to her that you
Yeah,
did
I
it?
told her.
What did she do?
She was mad. She didn't take it back or anything. She just got really mad and yelled at me. I'm like, it's your own fucking fault. You put it in front of the front door. It was just sitting there. What do you think I was gonna do? Just leave it?
That's so. It makes me think. I wonder if my kid's ever done that shit.
Probably. Every kid tries to figure out what they got for Christmas. Either they'll look through the house before you wrap them and try to find them, or shake the present to see what.
Now, there's not supposed to be any kids listening to this show right now, so I'm going to go ahead and go into this subject then. How old were you when you found out the whole Santa Claus thing?
I don't remember. I don't think there was ever just like a moment that where somebody told me that Santa wasn't real. I think I just kind of figured it out.
Do you remember that, Trey?
I remember that moment like it was yesterday. I Sherlock Holmes that shit. Right? So, check it. My grandpa drops off my Christmas presents around December 15th, right? And then on Christmas Day, Santa gives me a Sega Genesis. And then I open my grandpa's presents, and they're Sega Genesis games. And now I know my grandpa don't talk to Santa.
They're not friends.
That's not how that works. I know this.
I have climbed the highest mountains in the world to make sure my kid believed in Santa for the longest time. And I just had to talk with him, like, last week.
Really?
And he's 12 now. But this little shithead told me that he's known for a long time and asked me not to tell his mom that he knows because he's planning on getting a cool Christmas present from Santa. Like, that little conniving little shit, dude.
It's like, I've known for years, I just thought you enjoyed all of it.
But what I say by great lengths and climbing mountains, bro, is I took 2 2x4s and made this little stencil thing and threw it on the roof and pulled it down to make it look like sleigh tracks. On the inside of the door of my house, I took a little swatch of red cloth and put it in there and said that Santa must have closed the door on his pants and his pants ripped. Bro, I photoshopped my living room and then photoshopped Santa Claus sitting on my couch and told him that I had a motion sensor to take a picture and we were going to catch Santa. Like, I paid money to have a video chat with Santa from the North Pole with my kid. So I had to send them all the information first, and then they did a video chat. So he knew his name and where he lived and whether he was good or bad and if he was doing something good in school or something. Like, I went through great lengths to make sure the worst thing I did was I mixed food coloring with yellow food coloring and water and put raisins in the snow and told them they pissed and shit in the front yard. The reindeer. It was raisins, bro. You ever put raisins together? Have you ever gone deer hunting or anything?
No.
You know what deer shit looks like?
I guarantee the turds are bigger than raisins.
They're like little raisins, but they're squeezed together in a little ball.
No, they look like pellets. They look like Whoppers.
Well, they kind of do look like Whoppers, but tell that to a 6-year-old kid. Raisins worked, okay?
All I'm saying is you could have used Whoppers. I'm just not sure why you wouldn't use something that actually looks like deer shit.
Well,
Be authentic.
fucked up part.
I meant if you're gonna lie to your kids. At least make it believable. time, John. God.
No, that's ridiculous and fantastic of you, honestly. Like,
See,
I'm
my mom
impressed.
wouldn't even take bites out of the fucking cookies that we left out there. Like, the glass of milk would still be full, and the cookies would all still be on the fucking plate.
See, the way my parents are, the response to, like, Santa is not real is he was like, nope, now you know who bought your presents. Go do the dishes.
Santa getting all this credit for my hard-earned money.
Yeah. Fuck that guy.
So, Trey, how do you feel about Christmas trees?
Jesus Christ. Why? Why do we even bother? Like, I'm going to go out in this cold-ass weather with the ground a little moist from the rain.
Moist.
But it's just, you got to get under this tree. You got to use this dull-ass hacksaw because no one ever sharpens a hacksaw, and you didn't buy one. You just found one in the garage.
So what if you just use a fake tree?
I'm more okay with fake trees because I was about to get to the part where all of a sudden you bring this tree in the house and the house is full of pine needles.
And potentially animals.
So a fake tree I'm more okay with, but then you're just spending all this money for some douche to make a plastic tree, and that seems weird to me. Like, just keep trees out of your house. It's why we built houses. We are separate from the trees.
Though. It's the Christmas
There's
tree.
the trees, and then there's the house. And why would we build houses if we're just going to live in the trees, John?
So
Tree house.
You want to hear something fucked up about Christmas trees? So I'm a fan of these Christmas trees. I like Christmas trees. I've had Christmas trees my whole life. I like Christmas trees.
They good people.
Do Christmas tree things.
Okay, I'm all for the Christmas trees.
Apparently, you
But
put
now-
it in your house.
But now my fiance, you guys, this is bad. I might need a support group for this. She sends me this picture through Messenger of garland in the shape of a Christmas tree going back and forth, stapled to the wall, with bulbs stapled to the wall, and said that would be a perfect thing to do instead of a Christmas tree because our house is too small. I was like,
that's very economic.
first you're knocking me for having a small house. That's
Yeah.
number one. That's a no-no.
Well, put
like, my house is my mansion. It's huge.
Even if you had a mansion, you still wouldn't have enough room for
I
you,
just had a
John.
really good idea. You could get a really big tree and put it in the garage.
No.
Or just use the tree you have in your backyard.
There's more to this, okay?
Right.
Oh.
So I said my response to this message was, Charlie Brown would be so disappointed. And I was like, and then, when we're singing our Christmas songs, Christmas Day, not that we really do that, but if we were to do that, we wouldn't be able to sing "Oh Christmas Tree." We had to sing "Oh Christmas Wall." Then our neighbors would think we're racist, and I'd have to do a comb over like Donald Trump. So no more wall Christmas tree.
I'm not sure why your neighbors thinking you're racist necessitates using a comb over.
Well,
You
don't
how
have
long have
to.
you thought about telling this to somebody? That was not off the top of your fucking head.
I'm just
the
saying.
messed up. Hold on, that's a true story.
Well, I know it's a true story, but
I was there.
You've rehearsed that somehow.
That was what I came up with when I sent her the text. Like,
Oh,
I didn't
really?
wait any time. I could show you. Literally, word for word, that's the text I sent to her.
Yeah.
Like, that was it, dude.
I don't know. I thought it was a good idea.
It's a great idea. I wouldn't say I hate Christmas trees because if they're in somebody else's house, I don't care. But I do not want to go down in the basement and carry that box up the stairs and then go back downstairs and carry these big totes full of ornaments and lights that are either broken or knotted up, and to be the one that has to unknot all those lights.
Let me say
Put
this.
all that shit up just because my mom likes Christmas trees and she would be sad if I didn't do it. No, Christmas trees are dumb.
Wow. Thank you.
Okay. So, for younger kids, Christmas trees are perfect. Get you in the Christmas spirit. You got grandkids around. I would say if there's a bunch of adults that, 40,
You know what else
40
gets you in
years
the
of
Christmas
age.
spirit when you're a
let's
kid?
grab this
Christmas movies.
Yeah, let's grab this pokey thing from outside and cover it in electricity. It's great for kids.
What the hell's wrong? You guys are so damaged individuals. So damaged individuals. Oh my God.
You know something fucked up? When I was growing up, my mom got to the point where she was just like, you know what? Fuck taking this thing down and putting it up all the time. She left the Christmas tree up for like 3 years.
Shut up.
Nope. And
Oh,
she
yeah.
did, and so you could kind of play it off like, oh, Easter ornaments or whatever. No, it was the exact same ornaments in the exact same spot for 3 years.
Samesies.
Did you ever dust the tree?
No.
At one point, our cats made nests in our Christmas tree, our fake Christmas tree.
Christmas trees stop being special when they're up all the time.
I don't agree with you.
But, okay, if you had a Christmas tree in your house every single day for 3 years, you'd be like, I really don't want to fucking see you again.
If Christmas trees are so special, why do you cut them down? Don't you like them? Don't they die when you cut them down?
Listen here, Spanky.
Fucking vegetarians.
Okay.
Vegetarians eat plants. I don't eat plants.
It was a ploy at, you love animals? Why do you kill them? So I can eat them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I love plants, so I don't eat them. I only eat meat because fuck animals.
No, but you only smoke them.
You don't say that on the show, John.
See, I don't know where your mind was going.
Listen
I
here.
was talking about tobacco.
Listen here, Juan Grande.
You listen here, Guantanamo Bay.
We're not going to encourage our audience to smoke. We don't tell them
smoke.
that we smoke.
Like those Family Guy commercials, and he would just come in randomly. Are you smoking yet? So what?
Smooth.
I mentioned it earlier because you were like the whole Christmas tree thing puts kids in the spirit of Christmas, but why not just use Christmas movies? They're entertaining, they're colorful, and they don't cost you money because they're already playing on the television.
Okay, name one Christmas movie that doesn't have a Christmas tree in it.
Okay, so you don't fucking need one. It's on your TV.
Ooh, he got you.
But then
Also,
your kid's going to be like, why do they have a tree and we don't have a tree?
Because I am lazy.
And do you really want to go to the hospital on Christmas when your family gets in a fight and someone goes into the tree and all the ornaments break and cut them up? Really?
Dude, what kind of family do you have?
A cool one.
It's Virginia.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
My family parties. I don't know about yours.
Apparently.
Mine does not. But while we're on that, what was your guys' favorite Christmas movie? Or is your favorite Christmas movie?
Mine's a toss-up
so-
between A Christmas Story and Elf.
That's so hard.
Why is everything so hard
It's
for
so
you?
hard.
Just pick something.
Because he took too much Viagra this morning.
Because I love everything.
With how salty you are about Christmas trees, your list can't be that long.
You're a stump-dropping tree hugger.
I mean, my favorite Christmas movie
The one that
is
you have to watch every year.
Die Hard.
I was hoping you would fucking say that. Because that's what I had in mind. It's like, oh, Die Hard's a Christmas movie. Let's see who guesses it.
No, but honestly, the for real Christmas movies, the claymation shiz.
Yeah.
The Story of Santa Claus, the one where it's young Santa Claus. I love that one.
The Story of Santa Claus. Is that the
You
one?
just put one foot in front
front
of the other.
That Santa Claus is coming to town, isn't it?
Yeah, whatever one it's called. I forgot what it's called. But
Yeah.
I love that one.
I like the. It's not my favorite, but I liked The Year Without a Santa Claus. You know, the one where he gets the flu?
You know the one Santa or Christmas stuff I never understood was the, what the hell is, like, the Night Before Christmas and all that stuff. I don't really understand all that.
I like Nightmare Before Christmas, but I don't understand the cult following it has. I'll put it that way.
I don't either. Like, it's a good
They're
movie.
like the juggalos of Christmas movies.
Good one.
Just saying.
A lot of people are going to get mad.
I was like,
Good.
I'm all right with it. I'm okay with it.
I was like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer because it was a really cool story about how everyone's a fucking dick until they need you.
Just start poking holes in kids' movies.
Yeah, just like, no, it just really teaches you a life lesson. It's like everyone's going to treat you like shit unless you present a usefulness to them.
Yeah. Well, I heard the other day somebody mentioned this, asked me if I'd seen it, and it's a movie called Santa's Sleigh. And I guess it's Goldberg dressed as he's Santa Claus, and he goes around killing people as the spirit of Christmas.
Yep.
I've never seen it. And
Really?
Yeah. I've never even heard of it.
Have you seen the Krampus movie?
No, not yet.
I've heard
I
about
want
those.
to.
I still haven't seen them yet, though.
You know, I was thinking about it, though, on the subject of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I figured out the real lesson of that movie, right? It was Herbie the Elf. Become a freaking dentist. Do you know how much they get paid? Like, I was sitting there looking at my dude's dentist bill, the guy I live with, and I'm like, oh my god, Herbie the Elf was on point. Making bank.
Dude, dentists and orthodontists make a lot of money.
Heck yeah, dude. So there you go, kids. When you watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer,
Keep picking on that weird kid, but you become a dentist.
I want to be a dentist.
You're talking
be a dentist. You're an elf.
You're talking to kids that aren't supposed to be listening to this show right
Listen,
now.
kids.
You just told them that Santa Claus wasn't real.
I know, and now I'm adjusting you to life.
This show is full of life lessons.
Now that you've been adjusted to the harsh realities of life, I'm telling you what to do.
So, okay, you kind of already said this. You said that your family parties and whatnot for the holidays, but mine doesn't. So, but what I would wanted to do, but wouldn't, because I never had, like booze or weed or anything. How many of you guys would get fucked up, like with your cousins or whatever, like walk off, go smoke a spliff, and come back for Thanksgiving?
No, I've never done that.
No?
Yeah, the only people in my family that know that I've ever even done that is my mom and dad until now.
I don't know. I thought.
Oh,
that
my
was
sister too.
I thought that was the thing that people did, because
I'm the dude at the wedding that everyone walks up to. Hey, I heard you might be able to
get me something.
That's
go
because you're
outside.
Trap Jesus, Dr. Trey.
When you show up with a space bag full of wine and you're in a white gown.
Just because I'm pretty disconnected from this part of the family. I was at one of my cousin's weddings and ended up smoking oneies outside with the groom's uncle, who was marrying my female cousin, smoking outside with him. And he started telling me about how in the 80s he would fly down to Baltimore and do shitloads of cocaine. And I was like, I'm glad my family's marrying into yours. This is a good mix.
We need a little extreme.
I was like, this guy's like straight up Wall Street too, just this old guy with a nice suit, just like, oh yeah, the 80s, man, Baltimore was the place to go. All the cocaine in the world. I'm like, dude, you're ridiculous.
Did he have really big nostrils?
Yes.
There's a reason for that. So, was there a present that you never got, but you really, really wanted and was let down because you didn't ever get it? Like, what's that one thing that you always wanted but never got?
I never got anything I wanted.
I said name one.
I know, but we don't have time for that. No, I'm kidding. I don't know, man. I was weird. I was just really grateful. I never really asked for much, though.
Yeah.
No, I'll be real with you. There was one situation that ticked me the hell off.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Because I asked for an iPod, right? And I'd never asked for anything that big, and I asked for an iPod. And so, basically, my mom gets me an iPod, and then my dad gets me this nonsense Chinese knockoff MP3 player. So I see the iPod, and I'm like, oh, that's for me. I asked for that. Awesome. But my mom and dad talk and decide that she'll keep the iPod, and I get this knockoff MP3 player that barely even works. And so I'd be sitting there with my mom playing with her iPod, and I'd just be looking at mine like, God,
bitch.
I was so selfish.
That would suck so bad.
Yeah, I was pretty ticked.
I would be mad every time I listened to that MP3 player.
My MP3 player was a creative zen.
I thought you were gonna say. I thought your story was going like, I asked for an iPod and they got me a fucking Zune.
Listen, I wanted a video game system, and then they just raped me.
I just realized that I'm that parent. My kid asked me for an iPad, and I got him a $50 tablet.
Shit, everybody does that shit. Just a couple Christmases ago, somebody asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and they said specifically, write down what you want and where to get it. And so I did, and I wanted, they had this, Bose had this special on their website where you'd get a little Bluetooth speaker, and then the Amazon Dot or whatever would come with it for like $200. And I told him, like, hey, why don't you do that? You know, that'll be fine. That's $200. You said that $300 is my limit. I saved you $100. Boom, done. You know what I opened up on Christmas? Go ahead, guess.
Socks.
No, a $50 Bluetooth speaker from Walmart. And she was just like, that's what you were asking for, right? I'm like, you stupid bitch. Don't try to be fucking slick like I don't know what you just did. You filthy piece of shit.
So
I was pissed.
So there's one thing that comes to mind right now. So when I was younger, my family was not well off by any means. And like our idea of going out to dinner was taking a trip to McDonald's, you know. And I've always remember Pro Wings. You might be too young for that.
Pro Wings.
They were stylish shoes called Pro Wings, and then they had like the fake Reeboks instead of having the pump on the tongue. It was on the side of the shoe.
Nice.
Like they were the Walmart and Kmart specials. Those were always the shoes that I got, you know, when I was younger. So for Christmas, I asked for a pair of Nikes. Didn't care what kind of Nikes. I just wanted a pair of Nikes for Christmas.
Just had to have that check.
Bro, I love my grandparents, and they had their heart in the right spot, but they got me a pair of what I call kitchen crews. They're the all black with Velcro straps. That's what I got for Nikes. They were Nikes. They were Nikes. So I mean, they did it. They got me the Nikes.
They knew what the fuck
But
they were
bro,
doing.
they were oil and slip resistant.
So you were sure-footed with those Nikes.
I still,
You got little feet. You need something to help you from sliding around.
bro, I still wore them. I still rocked the kitchen crews,
A
dude.
lot of twisted ankles.
Yeah, I remember those. Yep.
So
That's
am I
fantastic.
the only one that, like the holidays, people start getting frantic and shit? What was your guys' family like around the holidays? Because mine would get, my mom specifically, she would get all frantic. It's like the day before and the day of. Because she thinks we got all this shit that's got to get done, and she's just pissy for 48 hours. Everything pisses her off. Get out of my kitchen, I'm cooking food. Don't touch those fucking presents. Yeah,
Bro, my mom worked.
holiday madness.
That was mine too.
My mom is a courier for FedEx. So when December hits, I don't see my mom. Like, she is delivering presents all day, and her route was the $1 million house route. Like, I got shoes for Christmas from Gilbert Arenas, who played for the Washington Wizards. Like, all the people she delivered to were crazy rich. So God, whatever that voice was just threw me off. But
It creeped me out a little too.
ooh, it's so creepy. But so the thing was, other people would have a route and they'd still get home by 6, but because she was delivering all the Amazon orders, all the ship presents, all these things, she wouldn't get home till 9 p.m. Go out at 5, get home at 9, and so it was really weird because it'd be quiet, and then when she was home, she'd be stressed out and pissed or passed out.
See, my family, I don't know if it's a smart thing or they did this on purpose or what, but I had no relatives in my home in the town that I lived in when I grew up in Rockford. The rest of my family lived either up north in Wisconsin or down in Chicago. So anytime we got together for family functions, it was always a road trip. So we'd always be in the car for a couple hours or whatever, going where we're. So yeah, my parents.
Everybody gets agitated.
And then the ride home, you had to hear about who did what, who said what, this and that, because we don't see our family very often.
Right.
And family loves each other, but they all got beef. Everybody's got issues.
Everybody
Everybody. So you saw we'd be in the back as kids and hearing my mom and my dad having their conversation about he's such an asshole. So that was my holiday. That's what every time. Birthdays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, whatever.
Ours was always, the worst was Christmas, because one part of our family would go and do stuff with the mom's half of the family that wasn't related to us. They would go do stuff with them first, and then we would have dinner at 3 o'clock, and then when we'd all get done eating, we would open presents. Well, they were always 3 hours late. Always. So we're all sitting there full, and we're young, so we don't want to wait to open up the fucking presents. And they're like, no, you can't touch them. You gotta wait until your aunt and uncle and everybody gets here. And then I'm like, so when they get here, we can open them? They're like, no, you gotta wait till they finish eating. I'm like, fuck that. They can eat in the living room and watch me open my goddamn presents. This is stupid.
I would have preferred that than what I had to go through.
What's that?
So there was a point one year where my parents had this brilliant idea to change the way we open presents. You get to open one present every hour, starting at 6 o'clock at night, and then so it doesn't matter if it's small or big or whatever. You get one present every hour. That was the longest day of my life as a kid. That sucked so bad. Still haven't forgave me for that.
That would really suck if you had a lot of presents. Gifted. White privilege ass motherfucker. What they would do is they would have a spending limit for each kid, so we all only had 2-3 presents each, and then it was done.
Yep.
That was it.
My mom always made sure I had a lot of presents, but it wasn't expensive presents.
Right, it was a bunch of little shit.
A bunch of little stuff, and then we'd get the one Santa Claus gift. That was your gift. That was your
So
big
it was
gift.
like Hanukkah.
Kinda.
Yeah, a bunch of little gifts.
In a weird way, yeah.
And then PlayStation.
Well, it was never like that.
Hanukkah.
See, we didn't start getting video game systems until they were already 2 years old, and they had dropped 75% of the price. I got my first PlayStation 2 was right before No, it was right after they switched the PS3 from the fat version to the skinny version.
And all the stores were closing out of the PS2.
Yeah, I only had like 3 brand new PlayStation 2 games. Every other one of them was secondhand because places stopped selling them because PS3 was out.
Bro, you can suck my left toe. The only game system I ever got was the original Nintendo.
So?
But it was that I did get that when it came out, though.
Yeah. And then, the Nintendo Wii was coming out, and we got a Nintendo 64. Which is cool. I loved it.
Yeah, I missed it. I think it was
dope.
one of the best systems ever made,
And
man.
64 was the shit, man.
Bro, I'll be real. I still like playing 360 and PS3. Like, it's just, the thing is, games don't really get old to you. You know,
What do you
it's
mean,
just-
360 and PS3? To me, those are the new ones.
Yeah, they're pretty new.
He's like, I still play those. Like,
360
fool,
came out.
I still got an Atari.
360 came out
What you
like
talking
12
about?
years ago, bro.
Yeah, but I only ever owned a regular Xbox and a PlayStation 2. That was the furthest
I still like
We
playing
got-
an OG Xbox, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
I didn't
problem
really care
is,
for video games. I just got tired of getting all this old shit when the stuff that I wanted was too expensive.
well, dude, they were still running the original Xbox Live for a while after the 360 came out, so I'd still hop on that too. And
All right, this is driving me nuts. I'm going to interrupt the show for a second. You're talking to the side of your microphone. Talk like you're talking to the tail of the microphone.
I was trying to see.
There you go. Now
I was trying to see
sound.
Trey.
Now you sound like us. It's all right. I had to bust him out.
you gotta
there for a
look with
second.
your eyes like a shifty guy.
Yeah, you gotta keep that mouth in front of the mic. Can't be lazy, fucker. Not that close.
God,
You're
I
not
love
giving it a
those
blowjob.
I love those vibrations.
If you put my mic in your mouth like that, you at least better cup the balls.
Or just remember the mic needs to be at money shot distance.
You can still get a money shot from the side.
No,
try to catch it.
it all missed, dude. What do you think you are, some kind of kung fu motherfucker? Gonna
The Jackie Chan of blowjobs.
Let's get away from the whole bitching about Christmas thing, because that's what we've been doing for a while here.
Yeah, we all
We've
had
done
that
a lot
shit.
of complaints. We're some angry sons of bitches about Christmas.
Does Jackie Chan give good blowjobs?
Fucking no.
Damn it, Skyler.
I
What are
don't
you
even
good
know where
for?
that came from.
Where is your information? You were not prepared for the test.
I was not.
We went from PG-13 to like,
To not rated.
yeah.
Listen here, kids. If you become a dentist, you might just find out if Jackie Chan gives good blowjobs.
It makes sense if you don't think about it.
I don't get it. I don't get that at all.
It's like parking your motorcycle next to a refrigerator. It makes perfect sense if you don't think about it.
It's called
What?
It's called a callback. I was calling back to a previous joke, and I combined them. I went super meta on your ass.
John's just old. What you got to do is, like, when you don't get a joke, just start blaming it on the fact that you're pre-senile, and everybody will just forgive you.
Prenile.
I'm not that old, you son of a bitch.
You're the one sitting there talking about, I remember the first video game system to come out.
That wasn't the first video game system to come out, stupid.
Was Pong cool?
Was what?
Pong? Were you?
Dude, that was actually a really cool game. Bro. You know, the first game that I ever had was the little Tecmo Bowl thing where you just moved the had 2 buttons up and down. That was it. And you had to just dodge the other lines that were coming through, and I guess it was supposed to be simulate you playing football.
Oh,
It's
right.
really weird.
I do like those old games though. They were pretty fun because you can really get into them because they're just little lights, and you start
That's
watching
all
the
it
patterns.
is.
And
That's all it is lights and patterns, lights and patterns.
yeah, those
I don't
old,
like video games. I think they're pointless.
The only games that I can do that I like are sports games because they end.
what was the one where it was the little hockey players on the table, you know, and you
Like the actual, like, board game like thing that you'd get that had the hockey players, or a
yeah, and then
video
it'd
game?
like vibrate, and the hockey players would like. Was that before your time?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Probably.
I don't
what
know
you're-
about your time.
I know what you're talking about.
Yes,
that was like
yes.
during the same time as the game Operation came out, bro.
Oh.
Like he's talking about a game with these little magnets that go on there and the whole thing vibrates. You can't control nothing. It just happens where the magnets pull everything on whether or not you score. So the actual thing just goes and just vibrates. And if you score, you score. And if you don't, you don't.
What the fuck?
I'm telling you, it's the dumbest invention in the world. But the guy made $1 million off of it.
That's ridiculous.
Yes.
Speaking of, when was the last time you guys played Operation? Because I think we should do that.
It wasn't actually that long ago.
Before I went to jail.
But when I was a kid, I had an Operation game that was called Alien Autopsy, and it was an alien instead of the guy. And then when you touched the edges, it would shriek, like really scary. I missed that game. It was pretty intense.
What was it called?
Alien Autopsy.
That's way cooler than regular Operation.
Right? My parents bought that for me when I was like 8. Sitting there like pulling organs out of an alien, like, yeah.
Every episode we do, we learn more and more about the makings of Trey.
I'm telling you, this man.
He just opens up a different door each time.
Remind me to keep all sharp objects hidden when he's around.
I'm like an advent calendar of fucked up.
Yeah, you ate the last piece of pizza, you piece of shit.
You like that?
I
That
did
was a
not-
Christmas joke, man.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear. I heard the advent calendar.
You're so busy with your styrofoam and your search for food. It's like a dang bear in the winter. He's like, it's cold. I have to eat to stay warm. Food. No, I said I'm like an advent calendar of fucked up shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Speaking of, they made one advent calendar where each day is a different mini bottle of liquor.
Yeah, I've been seeing those.
Yeah, I don't know why no one has bought me that yet, but it needs to happen.
Fucking slackers. If we don't get an alcoholic advent calendar from at least one of our friends, I think we need to reevaluate who we hang out with.
I mean, at least like just bring us liquor.
Yeah, fuck the calendar. Just show up with the bottle.
It's cold outside. I need to get drunk.
That's what I'm fucking saying.
Liquor drunk.
But then the hangovers are just.
So I'm
Get
gonna
all
I'm gonna
dried out
change
and
the
crusty.
subject on something I just seen, which is really fucking cool.
Yeah.
So here's what we do: we go and we get a whole bunch of singles, a bunch of dollar bills, and we put Ben Gay all over them, and then we go to the strip club.
Oh, you sick son of a bitch. I love you.
See, I saw that too, but it was icy hot instead of Ben Gay.
Well, you're here, so we had to go that route.
God damn it. You know,
That was good. That was good. Like, you can't even, you don't have anything to say.
you know, if you wrap your dick around your wrist and then
You got a pretty long dick.
it's okay. I have dainty wrists. So that if
I have dainty wrists.
you could but then what you do is you tell people like, check out my new watch. And then they get in kind of close and they're like, no, wait, that's your dick.
And then you let go of it and let the tip smack him in the face.
That is fucked up.
I love this song.
Wow.
I call it the Irish wristwatch.
It's a
The
watch from
Irish-
Croatia. It's called a crotch.
Can you say that 10 times fast?
Obviously not. That's why I show them.
You guys suck.
Don't say suck when we're talking about penises.
Don't be envious of my Three
Then I
Stooges
could-
level of banter.
When I'm in a room with you guys, I'd never be able to say the word suck.
So is this a Christmas? Why are we playing this song?
This is a Christmas special we're doing right now.
But is it, I don't consider this a. I got a brand new. I don't consider it a Christmas song.
It's a
though.
Christmas song.
Is
I
this
always hear it in like comedies. Just like it's actually the first time I heard it was I think it was in Jackass and what were they doing? Johnny Knoxville was in roller skates and I think he got hit by like a bull. He was trying to get away from him like in the mud. I don't remember, but that was the first time I heard this song was in Jackass.
You've got a brand new key. It's a lyric in the song.
Yes.
Oh, I can't even hear it. I don't know how you guys can hear it like that.
I have super senses.
His super
I-
strength.
I
Super
see,
senses.
I see and hear all.
See, I noticed the song and I'm like, oh well, I'm not gonna say anything, but it just struck me funny.
It's stroking funny.
Struck me funny. Stroke me funny.
Do we have any more questions to answer on there?
No.
Topics to massage.
Well, you said that there was enough, and then we're only at probably like 35 minutes. Ow, fuck.
What did you just do?
I hurt myself.
How do you get injured sitting down?
The fucking thing, one of the legs on the chair, I scraped my ankle across it and it really fucking hurts.
He got injured on a radio, on a podcast.
I don't even.
That does not sound like anything I want to hear right now. Oh, man. So, on another subject, what's the worst noise that a female can make while having sex?
No,
Really?
That's not
even
not it.
close to the worst.
The worst
I
noise?
can't hear you. You're not talking into a microphone.
I wasn't trying to talk into the microphone.
You got it
I'm
under
trying to
your
think.
chin.
But, worst noise?
That's
Well,
pretty good.
I heard a story about a friend of mine apparently sounds like Chewbacca.
I feel like she's a grunter, just you know,
That would throw me for a loop.
right?
If
I
she's
mean-
grunting louder than I am,
Well, like my stepmom's a breather, so when I was living at my dad's house, like it'd be like 2 a.m.
she's a breather. And
and
you
I just hear, and I'd be like, that bitch does Taibo 2 hours a day. There's no way she's exercising right now. I know what they're doing. It's nasty. You like can't even sleep curled
just
up
like,
in my
quit
bed.
fucking my dad.
I'm like in a fetal position, just hoping they stop. And then I go downstairs to get some milk, and then my dad comes down in his underwear and gets a water bottle, and I'm like, life is gross.
No. It's just not something I want to even think
There's
about.
another little door on that advent calendar.
Oh my god.
Since when did I become the voice of reason?
What's crazy is that like I technically have like a good 16 years of fucked up stories, so that I have a good career ahead of me.
Yeah, just don't waste them all on one episode. We're done.
No,
True story. True story. So here's something that could be pretty cool. Somebody posted on Facebook, write one sentence that is 100 times creepier when whispered. I thought that was pretty funny. So I'm gonna see what these guys. There's 13 comments on here. I'm gonna see what they said.
Ooh, I got one.
You go first then.
Your windows are dirty.
That is creepy as fuck, dude. That's pretty fucking bad. Yeah. Do I need to whisper these, or should I
Yeah,
just
you
say
gotta
have to
whisper
it.
All right. Is that your penis? You smell nasty.
Anything whispered just gets kind of creepy.
That's so moist. Peanut butter.
Here, let me do something.
You want to do something?
Yeah, I wanna do
Start with that one right there.
Right there.
Would you like cheese with that?
That's the first time I've ever spiked the microphone. Sorry, guys.
How would
Holy
you like your eggs?
Over easy.
Hold still, I'm almost done.
Fertilized. I went back to the other one.
When you're in a crowded place. I don't know what that's about. I like the smell of your panties. That's creepy regardless.
Like, who put that? Was that a guy?
Yeah, it was the dude who's creepy.
What's his first name?
Chad.
Makes sense.
How
Makes
perfect
sense.
is that? What a Chad.
Yeah, makes sense.
What a frickin' Chad. Do we know a Chad?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a couple Chads.
Yeah, I don't personally know a Chad, so whatever.
Actually, the guy that smoked weed with me the first time, his name was Chad, and now he's a priest. Go figure. Weird how shit
Oh, wait,
works.
that brings one up. Jesus loves you.
That means something totally different in Mexico.
Ole!
Olay.
You need to wash your sheets.
Oh. You gotta do that in a female voice, though. Whisper in a female voice.
Parentheses, female voice.
You need to wash your sheets. I don't know how to do that.
Oh my god.
See, but I wish we could think of more stuff off the top of our head when it comes to shit like that. Because I guarantee you there's stuff way better that would be creepy when whispered.
Let me see here. Would you like to supersize that?
See,
He had something. Trey.
yeah, there's
Trey's
the ones
like,
that are
stop.
there's the ones that are like really obvious things you say all the time that when you whisper them, they'd be like creepy.
I have an idea.
When are you getting home?
I'm gonna whisper one of these cards and see what it sounds like.
But wait, there's more.
You don't care about
No.
things your government isn't telling you. So, can you think of anything off the top of your head?
No.
Anything at all? You can't do nothing.
Nothing.
Come on, you gotta do something. Trey, you gotta have something.
What kind of lotion do you use?
I did not have sex with that woman.
Do you know how fast you were going?
Y'all ain't never gonna catch me.
Let's see. I think
Spit it out.
Would you like a breast or a thigh? White meat or dark? KFC's creepy, bro. What? That's what it was. Did you not hear what I said?
I heard what you said.
Okay.
But I
Just making
wasn't
sure.
thinking about chicken.
So it worked. It worked. It worked. Tell me you haven't never heard that at Popeyes or KFC. Tell me that. Come on.
Well, yeah. No, it worked. I was just saying.
Bam. What else we got? Anything? Come on, we gotta have something.
Why are we focusing on this?
Well, because you haven't changed the subject.
'Cause
You're supposed to be our fearless leader.
Well, I tried to write down a bunch of shit to talk about, and you're like, "Oh no, we got enough. Let's just start recording the fucking episode." Blah, 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 blah.
If I was invisible, I would just watch you in your room.
Shut up, Casper.
I'm just using song lyrics now.
You're going to. Okay.
I got a picture, so I can look at you from inside as well.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good song lyric.
That was pretty creepy as hell.
Yeah. Let's think. See, I can't remember. It's the Stalker song.
This,
What stalker
Speaking
song?
of
By the
stalkers, this is
Police.
some weird shit. It says people are like trees. They
every
fall
breath
when you
you
hit them
take,
multiple
I'll be
times with an
watching
axe. First off, you know we can't understand you when somebody else is already talking. So you're just laughing, and then you make it so that you can't understand the other person is talking. So it's no longer funny.
Stop breaking Trey.
Breaking Trey. Trey broke himself.
He's kind of funny. Fuck you. I quit.
You can't quit.
You were never hired.
Why am I here? What is going on?
Sadly, you have nothing better to do.
Yeah, that's true.
What's this thing called that we're doing?
The show bus Skyler show.
The nonsense Christmas special.
Yeah, we kind of like only talked shit about Christmas.
Yeah, is there anything good about Christmas?
No, not really.
No, because the shit that's supposed to be nice, like getting free stuff, people can't seem to get it fucking right, and you always get the shit you don't want or the knockoff
But
versions.
it's not about the getting; it's about the giving.
Do you want
looks
do
at
you
me
want
like-
a pagan history lesson about Christmas?
No religion. That's what you're.
Well,
the
you brought up Christmas.
No,
This is
you
literally
brought up
a Christmas special.
It is.
Christmas is not free of religion.
It could be.
No, it's not, because even I'm not gonna. Nope.
It could very well could be.
No. Shut the fuck up. Because you're gonna get me to talk about shit that I said we're not gonna talk about.
I'm trying really hard. It's not working. You should see his face though. He's like,
I got into that argument with my papa once because he's like super religious, and I was like, Christmas isn't even a Christian holiday. He's like, get out of my house. He's like, you don't believe in that? You don't believe in that? You don't get shit for Christmas. I'm like, oh yeah, that's what Jesus wants.
Yep. Fuck you.
you know, this is what our whole world needs to understand. Ready? This is a life lesson, ladies and gentlemen, that you're listening to right now. Things mean different things to certain people. That doesn't mean that any one of you are right. People are allowed to believe what the hell they want to believe. Let them believe it. Who cares? It's not hurting you. Just shut the hell up.
I'm just saying, do your fucking homework.
But there's no homework to do because you're just going to reference it off of something that somebody else already claimed. I mean, you have your own beliefs, whatever. Be original. Be yourself.
I am, and that's why people don't like me.
I like you. I like you, Scott. I really do.
That's why my family doesn't like me.
It really frustrates me because that's all of anything that has to do with any arguments in the world. It's somebody that's just arguing what they believe and telling somebody else that they're wrong.
Oh, I didn't say that he was wrong.
No, I'm talking. I went off on a tangent.
Oh, did you?
He's like, I didn't say
he was wrong. I just said he wasn't right.
Well, on his aspect too, he did tell you he was wrong or you were wrong.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about over
But I wasn't wrong.
You know what? You hear about them new Italian tires? Trey don't like this joke. They go through rain, they go through water, and when they go pop, they go wop, 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 wop.
You can't do that.
I can do that. You know why?
Because we can do whatever we want.
Because I'm freaking part Italian, bruh.
You damn racist. Self-hating.
Self-hating racist. Yeah.
Self-hating racist.
Oh, you bastard.
Well, you know what I call Sicilians. So
What's that?
pygmy Italians.
Pygmy Italians?
Yeah,
But dude, you're not even Italian. You can't say that.
Hey, John. John. Do you know why Italy is in the shape of a boot? I heard this one because I work at an Italian pizzeria now, and I heard this the other day at work. Why is Italy shaped like a boot?
Why?
Because you can't fit that much shit in a tennis shoe.
Bottom ching. Touche, senor. Man.
That was fucking good. And the lady that owns the place is just this little old Italian grandma, and she got pissed. Some white dude that I work with said it.
Oh man.
Wait, so this dude not like related to the family or nothing?
No, just an employee.
And then said that to an
Well, because they were going back and forth.
Ooh.
They were going back and forth talking shit. But it was only my first day, so I kind of kept my mouth shut. And he said that, and I started dying laughing.
I would have too. That's comedy gold.
It's so good.
I've never heard that joke
He
before.
said, can't fit that much shit in a tennis shoe. Bam!
Shots fired.
Oh, it was so good.
But you never want to piss off an Italian woman, though.
Your mother's marinara is just ketchup and beef.
See, exactly. Or your mama put sugar in a spaghetti sauce.
I almost said that. I was going to say that one. I'm like, your mother's got a small kitchen.
Yeah, your mother's got a small kitchen. Come to me for all your Italian insults.
What did you say to me?
Your mama can't even use a fucking pan holder.
The possibilities are endless.
Oh, there's so much.
Your mother salts the spaghetti.
What? Why would you do that? Do you know somebody that salts their spaghetti?
Hey, I do.
Wait a minute. How the hell is a national anthem a Christmas song?
Because patriotism
America.
is...
Because the 4th of July is America's Christmas, okay?
Just salute.
Our union jobs with wages
This is what it is.
high will go
Yeah, the national
right
anthem's got like 6
down
verses,
the drain.
and we only sing one of them.
No, listen
Oh,
to
no,
this.
this is bad.
If auto-making Mexicans make economic gains,
I do not agree with any messages in the song.
I don't even know what
and Mexico will lose our factories.
What the hell is this?
Really racist.
Their costs and be our boss, just like the Japanese.
Holy shit!
I think we need to delete this.
I don't even know what that was.
That's just straight mean, dog.
It's labeled the national anthem.
John's not racist.
No,
It's not like that was on his computer or nothing.
What
that
are
he
you
has
talking
saved
about?
secretly as the national anthem.
He plays it at meetings.
We missed the last meeting. They sold out of tiki torches.
Do we still have any ghost costumes?
Remember the South Park episode? I think we talked about this before. Was they said that they were burning the lowercase t's because it was time to leave. in their front yard. You ever seen that one?
I don't watch South Park.
Oh man, they dressed up as spooky ghosts.
It was so bad.
It was just a KKK thing.
Really?
Dude, yeah, and I don't know how the hell they got away with that on public TV.
Because
Dude,
nobody
South
does
Park
anything
gets
about
away with everything.
Dude, I'm from the South. Nobody does anything about the KKK. It's weird. Like, they just exist and nobody does a damn thing about it.
Nope.
Is you not my constituents?
I have driven through a town where the KKK was passing out recruitment flyers in their robes.
Did you take one?
It would have been
Just for the information that's in there.
It would have been a good conversational piece.
We threw a soda bottle at them.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I have a remark, but I can't say it.
What
'Cause
you
if
don't
you're in
realize,
the
it was
KKK,
probably a judge.
Because if you're in the KKK, fuck you.
Are you going to play something, or are you just going to sit over there and giggle?
I'm giggling because now they're coming after us now, bro.
They can't kill us. We're white.
Dude, if they come after me, they'll be like, oh, what a good Aryan specimen. We can't kill him.
Since you shaved, like I said, you do look like a Russian prize fighter.
Yeah, girl.
Or a mail order bride, one of the two.
Would anybody like a peanut?
Oh, man. Oh. So, what about Christmas?
What about Christmas? Are you guys excited for Christmas this year?
I'm not excited for Christmas any year anymore.
No?
Because I no longer get the presents. I mean, I get presents from, like, my parents and stuff, but I have to spend so much money on Christmas now, and it's like, holy shit.
That's why parents are always bitter when it comes to the holidays, because they're just like, fuck. Now I realize why my parents were bitter. They had to pay for all this shit.
And, you know, it's so my personal situation is this. So in December, I have Christmas and my fiance's birthday. In January, I have my birthday and both of my kids' birthdays.
Yeah, and you have your other son's birthday in December, too.
No, his is in January.
No, mine is in December.
Oh, yeah, and you bastard. So between December and January, they should just rename those months as John's Broke. That's what it should be.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
as of right now, I'm contemplating selling some shit to be able to pay for this.
Damn.
That's crazy.
No, just spread out the presents.
Bro, let's go.
One every hour.
No, just give them a couple for Christmas, couple for the birthday.
At the
No,
very least,
That's what we do with my kid.
let's go through the stuff my mom sent me. We can give them a bunch of stuff like hand-me-down toys, but I got cool shit. I got a little remote control car, goes like 50 miles an hour.
Corey would die for that.
Yep.
But, can I have?
No! Because Corey's not even getting that. I'm taking that one.
It's gnarly.
We'll paint it and
Can we
put
just-
ghost flames on it.
We're gonna share it.
No.
Children.
No, I will stab you with a microphone.
The problem is, it's so hard to drive because you don't think much of it, and then it just zips into a curb and goes flying, and you're like, ah, damn.
Yeah,
I gotta go find it.
that's why you gotta like do it in a big ass parking lot or something.
Bro, I'm just always too inebriated to handle remote control cars. They're too zippy.
Do you know I once raced a remote control car on my motorcycle and got my ass handed to me?
Oh yeah, one of those little nitro cars.
Yeah, and I told him, I was like, if I get a chance, I'm running that thing over. Did not get the chance.
It was that fast?
Bro, it was an RC car that could literally do almost 100 miles an hour.
Jesus.
And when I say off the start, this thing goes so fast. I'm on a motorcycle that's not slow, mind you. And it took off on me so fast that I would say about 200 feet in like a second.
That's
Just
outrageous.
gone.
Like the new Tesla.
Like, dude,
Roadster.
I barely got my bike to move 20 feet before I stopped and gave up.
Jesus Christ.
I was like, shit.
Where can we get those cars?
Like, that thing's fast. It's
Listen.
gas powered though.
Yeah.
Not to totally change the subject, but for Christmas, I want the new Tesla Roadster. Holy crap.
Yep, me too.
You know what? I'll just take the money that it costs to buy the Tesla Roadster.
He just tisked at me.
Yeah, I totally did. Oh my god.
Fuck you, no, man. Owning a Tesla would be the shit.
Bro, automatic tail. Automatic high-class hippie tail.
No.
You can move that fucker with your cell phone. You can be like, doo-doo-doo-doo,
Hey, girl,
and
what's
it'll
up?
fucking drive.
Hey, girl, what's up? I'll save your environment.
Say what?
You get the Tesla, the cars come with an app. The Tesla app, and you can control your whole car with the app. You can even if it's like really close to a wall and you don't want to like scratch your mirror, you can do it with there's a remote control through the app, and it connects through Bluetooth.
And you can drive your car.
Yep. The cars have autopilot, so when you're like on the highway, you can turn that in, and it's got so many sensors that it will drive for you. You don't
Take
even
bong rips.
You don't have to hold on to the steering wheel. You don't have to have your foot on the pedals. You can literally turn around and face the other way, and the car will drive itself.
Hell yeah.
Nope. What was that movie when all the freaking cars took over and came to life?
Probably a bad movie.
No, it was actually a really good movie.
It was a Stephen King movie.
Oh, I don't know.
I totally know what you're talking about. Listeners,
If you know what it is, put it in the comments.
Yeah.
But no, Teslas are so cool.
I'm Googling
They
this
don't
shit.
even have a key.
Oh, no, you got to give me a minute to think about it.
You just walk up to the car with the thing in your pocket, which actually looks like the car that you bought. It's just a little toy. And the door opens for you. You get in the car, and it automatically starts, and you just drive away.
See, I don't like that.
It's amazing. Those things are so fast.
There's Wheels of Terror.
Nope.
And there's Rolling Vengeance.
Nope.
So type in with Stephen King.
But he did it under Richard Bachman.
Oh.
What is that movie?
It is...
Trey's got it.
These damn menus quit screwing me.
Somebody get off their phone and fucking talk to me.
Maximum Overdrive.
That's what it
check
is.
Check it.
Yep, you're right.
Didn't even pop up, though. I remembered it on my own. Boom. See, it wasn't even there. Like a stud. Maximum Overdrive.
See, that's what it would remind me of, those Teslas. Just think about it one day. Some hacker takes over the world, and all of a sudden your car's gone. It just takes off and leaves on its own. How do you call that in stolen?
Well,
Nobody's in it.
I mean, at that point, I'm not so worried about the Tesla.
It's a
Like-
fucking car.
Dude, have you heard my theory about robots when they take over? Because everyone's seen Terminator and they see
I was about to say
Matrix.
Skynet.
Like, are you ready for this? Okay, so everyone's got this idea that the computers, they're going to see everything on the internet and they're going to be like, oh, humanity has to die, right? But when you think about it, like 2/3 of the internet is porn. So I think the robots are going to rape us. Like, they're gonna wash over all the cities and just rape people because that's what they've learned from our information is that everything is porn.
That's a wonderful way to look at the robotic apocalypse.
The robotalypse. the robot.
Have you seen the Adam
apocalypse.
Sandler movie Pixels?
I have not. I have no desire.
You guys
I saw part of
You
it.
guys should watch that because that's what it was when they were kids. They put
It was
a time capsule in the ground.
Yeah.
And
It went to space.
Yeah, they were doing a space shuttle thing for a liftoff, and for their school, they got to make a time capsule and send it up. And the aliens, they sent up different video games from the early '80s, and they thought it was a call of war. So they designed stuff around the video games, like Galactica and all that shit. They were shooting the Earth and people down. So you had
a giant
you had to play
Pac-Man.
giant Pac-Man come and just start eating people and cars and everything and buildings, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's a cool idea, but
I'm just not big on Adam Sandler anymore. Dude.
and then like that's a decent enough idea, but then when they decided that they needed to defeat Pac-Man, that they all were gonna drive brand new product placed Fiats that were all different colors and the names of the ghosts from the video game. Completely unnecessary.
So dumb.
Why?
Completely. Because the only reason why the aliens did that was because they didn't know any fucking better. That's just stupidity and extra stuff that didn't need to be done on the humans' part.
Well, how else would they have defeated Pac-Man?
Pac-Man would have chased him anyways because he's trying to destroy the planet.
But the ghost kills Pac-Man.
I understand the joke. I just think that in real, if that
How's
were
that
to,
a joke? That's real.
in the real world, if that were to happen and I catch you painting your fucking car blue,
Listen here, Skyler.
it's too much. It's an unnecessary.
Do
sack.
you not understand
okay.
the zippiness and maneuverability of the Fiat 500?
No, I don't have the problem with the
I
Fiat.
see where he's going. I see where he's going with this. I was a little.
It's very unpractical.
I was a little confused. He's talking about the extra stuff they did to the cars.
Yeah.
Like the customization of the vehicles, rather than just put the damn thing on the car and let them go. Like it could have been a motorcycle, a truck, or anything.
Could have been anything because it was just didn't they just like strap a bomb to the fucking car?
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be blue. And then the bumper, and then the fucking license plate said pinky. You know.
And then they were all wearing their custom designed, tailored uniforms to be like the Fantastic Four type thing.
Yep.
So yeah, that was.
There was a lot of extra steps in that movie that I really didn't like.
Except for when the dude fell in love with that chick. That was kind of funny. At the very end of the movie.
I don't remember.
Oh, you gotta watch it. You guys gotta watch it. I'm not gonna ruin it. I mean, it's an older movie now, but
It's not.
You're gonna call that an older movie?
It came out
It
like
is.
6 years ago. It's not that old.
Yeah, ancient.
I'm not saying it's a classic or anything, but damn.
I'm starting to get to that point though where like I start remembering about shit that I used to really, really love, and my sense of time's kind of fucked up. And you go back and think about it, like, oh, that was 12 years ago. Doesn't feel like it's been 12 fucking years.
No, not at all. I know what you mean, dude. I keep seeing things that this happened 12 years ago. That happened.
Dude,
Bro,
imagine
Phil
how-
Anselmo is 50.
What?
Phil Anselmo from Pantera.
Is he really?
He's 50.
What?
Right?
Bro,
That's
you
nuts.
guys can all shut up. I'm about to have my 20th high school reunion.
We're not talking about how old you are. We're talking about how old we feel. It's 2017. Feelings are way more
Well,
important.
thank God for the show being almost over here. So say your damn goodbyes so we can stop talking about this young little bastard.
Well, we hope you guys had a really good holidays or are going to have a really good holiday whenever this comes out. Thanks for listening. If you like it, hit the like button, subscribe, tell your friends, tell everybody. Just have this playing in the house for your next holiday, and we'll see you next time.
just remember, if you played this in your house, we're sorry to the kids.
Whatever holiday, Kwanzaa, Ramadan.
But then again, if they found
Martin
out from
Luther
us,
King.
if they found out from us, that means they don't have to tell them. They just saved a bunch of money on their car insurance. All right, Trey, you got to say something to end the show, man.
If you listen to this on Columbus Day, celebrate by stealing land from your Native American neighbors.
What? Peace out.
I guess that's it.